Thank you for volunteering to present the Teaching Respect activity. As a fellow volunteer, I can tell you this is a unique and rewarding experience. Understanding the importance of accepting differences is a powerful lesson, but especially for a teenager. And as a facilitator of this activity, you may wonder, how do we start that discussion? I'll share a few lessons I've learned, and hopefully you'll see. It's not that difficult. But it does take a little planning. So set yourself up for a successful event by making sure you and the organization leader are on the same page. Review the My Mirror activity with them and explain that they need to facilitate part 1 before your event. And make sure they understand the point of the activity. In fact, I'd recommend walking through part 1 and part 2 of the activity so they really see the full picture. As part of your planning, consider your audience and how you might drive a thoughtful discussion around accepting differences and why that matters. For example, you might think about ways that your business benefits from diversity. I use this opportunity to talk about IBM's cognitive projects around music, fashion, and movies, pointing out that these innovations were a result of bringing people together with different backgrounds, sometimes vastly different ideas, and different levels of experience. So spend time planning how you might demonstrate the benefits of diversity. And now with your planning done, it's showtime. So let me share a few tips on that. First of all, be yourself, but be the most enthusiastic version of yourself. Remember, this activity is about celebrating our differences, and the students really do feed off of your energy. And be authentic and share information about yourself that's relevant to the topic. So, were you ever the new kid in school, and how did that make you feel? Maybe you had a different accent, or maybe you went to a different place of worship. Just remember back to when you were a teenager and how isolated these things may have made you feel. So your goal here is to create a space to talk about different aspects of identity, including race and ethnicity, religion, gender identity, sexual orientation, or a variety of other topics that are important to teenagers. Make sure the students feel special. Give them the chance to talk and share. And when they do, be sure to recognize and respect the courage that it may have taken. For some of these students, this might be the very first time that they're opening up and sharing, and you've given them that opportunity. And don't be afraid to ask 2 or 3 teens in advance to volunteer or speak up early on. It's really helpful to have 1 or 2 people break the ice. And finally, end on a positive note. Share your appreciation, thank them for coming, and offer to stick around and talk if anyone's interested. I promise you, there's always 1 or 2 students who want to come up and say thank you or share their stories with you. And that's what I meant when I said this is a really rewarding experience. I hope you found these tips encouraging and helpful, and I thank you for your time. Happy volunteering.